I love this shirt.
Just gotta make sure it's working. Yes, we're on. Welcome everybody to episode 2 of Out of the Draft podcast. This is, of course, Dylan, and we have,
Mitchell, glad to be back.
And Damon.
and then of course Stat Boy, aka DCD, aka Dylan. He will be with us soon. He just has to deal with a couple things, but no worries there. Well, first off, how's everybody doing this week?
Good, good.
Yeah, not too bad.
That's
Yeah,
good.
been sick a little bit at the beginning of the week, but feeling great now.
How about
Good.
yourself, Dylan?
I've been okay. I'm just excited that Nascar's back, all in all. But uh,
Yeah.
I've had a long week, but I'm so glad that we're here to talk about racing. It gets my mind off of a lot of things, but um, that'll be good. First thing, um, I guess we can talk about the heats if you'd like. So I'll go ahead and say so this Sunday we had actually Saturday we had qualifying for practice and qualifying for the 2023 Clash at the Coliseum. Um, you can see right off the gate in practice that the Toyotas were going to be fast,
Yeah.
Truex especially, and then we actually had a lot of beating and banging in practice
Yeah.
with AJ and Chase
Briscoe.
Briscoe.
Yeah, they got together pretty good, and
Um,
AJ ended up shoving him into the wall.
yeah, there was just a lot of chaos.
That I think that isolated incident right there was just a prequel to the entire next day.
Yeah, I mean really, and you could just tell how the drivers were really just weren't given an inch even in
Oh yeah.
practice. Which I mean it makes sense because you only go here once a year, so you
Yeah.
gotta see what you can do. But they weren't even giving each other
Nothing.
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 Nothing. But um, so we go on, and then Sunday, of course, we had the Heat starting at 5 p.m. Heat one. Um, we had who's the big people that was in obviously Eric.
Well, Justin Haley obviously got pole.
Okay.
So he qualified or was on the pole for Heat 1 as well.
Yeah, I forgot to say that.
I don't remember much that happened, honestly. I know Almirola ended up coming home with the win. He had a somewhat decent car, honestly. The only other note I have for Heat 1 is Harrison got dumped lap 4 when they had the big checkup for, cars lined up, which that was also, I think, another prequel to see later on in the other heats and the mains as well. We consistently saw it seemed to be whenever a car would drop down from the high line going into the corner and that momentum loss just checked the whole lineup in an almost kind of super speedway type of fashion. Everybody's checked up, everybody's ramming each other at that point, and then whoever was in front of that line was probably the car going around. So
I think Heat 1 and Heat 3 were not the greatest heats. Like there wasn't a lot of big names. Heat 2 I think had the biggest names in it.
definitely.
Yeah.
So I was the most competitive one.
Yeah, Heat two was it had Larson, Chase,
Kevin,
Kyle Busch,
um,
Kevin.
Harvick.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Stenhouse was in
Kevin
it.
Stenhouse, I think McLeod. I mean, he ain't a big name, but McLeod. And then there was one or two others.
Did you guys say Truex?
Oh yeah, Truex.
Truex.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Truex is the one that won it. Yeah,
yeah.
Truex is the one that won it.
Yeah. Heat two is really where things started to get crazy. We saw right from the get go tons of contact. It started with Kyle Busch and Dylan on the front, and they were trying to let each other in or
I don't know.
something. I don't know what happened there, but a lot of contact. And once that happened, it kind of checked the rest of the field up, and then more contact ensued from there, right from the get go of Heat 2.
Um, I I did notice there's a lot of contact in the back between I think it was
Chase, Cindric, Harvick.
Cedric, and Harvick. Yeah, so those
Yeah.
three were the
Tons of
3
contact.
I was watching a lot.
Yeah.
It was Harvick got into Chase, moved him out of the way. Chase let him by going into 3, and then Cindric. It's Cindric. This is where it got really weird. Harvick
Into-
bumped into Cindric. Cindric literally let off moved him the next corner, and then Chase went right by. And then
Yeah.
there was like a caution or something, and it was about like 5 to go.
Harvick ended up dumping Cindric, is what that one was.
Oh, okay,
He got
yeah.
back to him and dumped him.
That's even better. And then there was a caution, but the top 5 was literally Truex, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, Kyle Larson, and Stenhouse at the time.
Yep.
The caution happens, they get a restart.
Chase immediately dumped Cindric. Immediately.
Does he dump Cindric?
Well, I mean, he might not have dumped him, but he definitely drove straight into him and wrecked him. It was
literally the last
right at the green flag. They didn't even come off of turn 4 yet, like them two specifically, and Cindric was already wrecked. So I don't know if it was a little bit of payback or just
a little bit. Which it doesn't surprise me. He's a Penske driver.
Yeah,
it's already like
so. Yeah, once that happened, and then we were coming to 2-3 to go, and Cindric, or not Cindric at that time, it was Chase Elliott, Harvick, and Stenhouse beating and banging left and right. And it ended up coming down to taking the white going into 1. Harvick gave Chase a massive, massive shot in the rear. That ended up allowing him to clear Stenhouse. Then going down into 3 and 4, Stenhouse just shoved Elliott out the way, also locked up his right rear. He went straight. Harvick just kind of scooted by under them both and advanced into the main.
Yeah. And then so stage 1 was Eric Almirola.
Yep.
Or heat 1. I'm sorry. Heat 2, Truex. Heat 3.
Denny Hamlin.
Oh, okay, Denny.
Byron was the 4th one.
Yeah. And then of course the 4th one I just said, Byron. So it was a lot of contact right away. You can just tell going into the main race, there's going to be way too many cars. Just from the heats, there's going to be way too many cars to even be able to run green flag. I thought it. Then we had the LCQs where
they were half decent. I mean, obviously they were double the length of the first 4.
Yeah.
They were mostly just racing, though. I mean, they both McDowell dominated the first one, and Elliott in the second one.
Yeah.
With Ty Gibbs on his butt most of the stage.
Yeah, and then Cindric got the provisional of being the highest in points out of all the
people that didn't race their way in.
And then we had a huge, too long, in my opinion, of a pre-race show.
I agree. It got to the point where I was like, all right, I'm ready for this to end now.
I mean, I don't really know who those singers were whatsoever, or artists, I should say, because
you don't know Cypress Hill?
No, I had no idea.
I mean, they're old, but they had their time. But I mean, Wiz though.
Oh well, that was
halftime.
Yeah.
Right.
I loved halftime, but
that was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't give any shits whatsoever.
Oh no, he didn't. From the beginning, he made 3 smoking jokes in his only interview.
Well, Shannon Spake, she was trying to get him to pick a favorite driver, and he was like,
he wasn't
I'll watch and I'll figure it out. And he was loaded, dude.
always. Which I mean, that's him. That's what he's about.
He was
so,
not having her interview and her trying to get him involved into the sport. He was just like, I'm here to just sing. Don't even.
Yeah, I want my money. That's it.
Yeah. Which
pretty much.
Since the Grammys is going on, he was the only best thing available, I guess. I mean,
not a bad thing in my opinion. The pre-race was absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was being the driver introductions. That dude was trying so hard to be funny.
Yeah, well, so he is really funny. As a person.
He is a funny person.
He was trying too hard though. He was trying way
I
too
agree.
hard.
He was trying too hard, and I feel like he was trying to. I don't know, just make something special of it. You know what I mean? And it didn't necessarily need to be all that,
Which one thing that I really loved that they did was they did team. Well, for one, I really do like the driver.
That threw me off. Though. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I really like the drivers by themselves. We get that every week. So to give them a team option, for the Clash. I feel like that was really cool.
Yeah, it was a change up. I liked it. It threw me off, but I did like it.
It's good to represent the teams also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially when it was SHR and Kyle Harvick. I was really happy with that.
Kyle Harvick.
What? What?
The guy he was trying to be funny. He said Kyle Harvick.
Oh,
And that kind
oh
of
yeah, yeah,
Did he?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I guess.
That's how hard he tried. That's
Yeah,
how
it
hard he
was so
tried.
good.
I
It
missed
was
that
so
part, I guess.
cheesy.
That's why I was
cringy.
like, wait, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was confused at first too.
Yeah, I promise I wasn't like being stupid.
No, I missed that part, I guess. I guess I was just zoned out of listening to him.
Well, he made a really terrible joke about Michael Jordan. That was like, that I was like, okay, this is a really cringy. But like,
Yeah.
okay, if it was not about like to promote the race team, I would have think it's funny because you don't know Michael Jordan as a baseball player, but like, it was just ironic. He just
Right.
I really just wish we did not have a comedian do that.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a comedian. It should be someone who knows the drivers. Honestly, a great person. If you want to do someone funny, NASCAR sarcasm or whatever on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't even know what his name is. He literally jokes on every single driver. I think that would have been hilarious.
And he knows them, so he knows how to make a joke of them. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Not just some random thing like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like he knows a little bit of backstory, so it's a little easier to make a better joke that way. But
yeah, it was all around. It was just overdone and overused, but it was still funny. There's some parts that I laughed and I was just like, but you could tell the drivers were not having it. Like the driver, like they didn't even wave to the crowd.
Oh yeah. They came out just and stood there. Yeah.
I'm like, can y'all at least be happy that you're
I
there?
don't know. At the same time, though, I mean, all the people that got announced were obviously the people moving into the main. So most of them guys probably weren't very happy. A lot of them just got done beating and banging and stuff. So they're
Had somebody on their hit list.
you know. So I mean, maybe some of them were feeling that way, maybe not. Maybe they just weren't feeling the energy. I don't know, but it was weird though. Yeah, most of them didn't wave. They all kind of looked almost annoyed.
Yeah, I was very concerned on like the way they looked. I was like, if someone, you gotta think, if a new fan is watching this, right, and they just see those drivers look like absolute, like,
they look like they don't want to be there.
then why would someone watch? I mean,
Right.
just realistically, but that's just my opinion on the whole thing.
Then I don't think anybody wanted to be there but Truex.
Yeah. And then you go ahead and talk about the actual race.
Mitch,
Oh,
you wanna
Stat Boy
start?
has made it. Good job. Proud of you, Stat Boy.
Truex, yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. So the main race, it was honestly fairly tamed compared to all the heats and the LCQs. I mean, which we expected. They obviously weren't 20 lap runs. We have an actual race to run now, so you gotta dial that aggression back at least a little bit. I mean, really not much noteworthy stuff happened in my opinion. It was a subpar race. It was okay.
The first half was calm, but after Khalifa, I guess everybody was fired up because
Yeah.
we couldn't get a lap in.
After
Yeah.
they rode whatever they needed to roll, like it was over. Like they were smoking, and then it was like, oh, forget this braking. Who cares? I can just use the person in front of me.
Literally. Yeah.
No, it was so bad to the point that, I mean, by the way, Ross Chastain's still on his I don't give a fuck tour.
With Denny Hamlin, yeah.
So-
Him and Hamlin 2.0 this season.
Yeah.
I mean,
so he's whatsoever.
he's like, I didn't win the championship last year. I got to make up for it. Sorry, Hamlin. Yeah.
I feel like Chastain and Logano, I assume you guys watched the interview of Logano talking about the whole, we'll get into that, but Kyle, talking about his two-facedness.
Yeah.
I feel like Chastain has almost that same mentality. He's just a full-on different person in the race car, and that's the way it is. And for them, I don't think obviously for everybody, but for certain people, I feel like you have to have that mentality to succeed. I feel like if you don't and you go around driving and thinking, oh, that's my buddy, I don't know. I just don't think it's going to work out. I think you got to just approach it and treat everybody the same, move them out the way. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
I agree on that. If you kind of gotta be two faced, you don't want everybody when you're out of the car hating you, or maybe you want that. I mean, but when you're in the car, everybody's two faced. I mean, Kyle's probably two
Yeah,
faced too. You gotta,
absolutely. We've seen. I mean, we've seen the stuff Kyle has done.
yeah,
But
And
he's
I
wrecked a
mean,
couple.
but Kyle Busch also outside the race car is the
it's
same.
the same guy. So I
Yeah, I
mean, yeah,
mean
he
that.
comes out still mad as hell. So
I mean he just doesn't care, and so I think that's where he's coming from. At the two face point is like, if you care so much about your reputation, um, to the
be the same
media,
guy when you come out.
then please understand, like, if you're driving the race car and you do the same exact thing, like, expect you come out and say, hey, like, I did that. That's okay. Be
Right.
up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that was just his whole thing. And personally, as someone who has really started to like Joey Logano recently, and I mean, I still love Kyle Busch no matter what team he's on, but um,
I'm gonna like Kyle a whole lot more now.
yeah, yeah.
Can't lie.
I just think it is what it is. I think, I mean, for one, Joey screwed up. He knows he did. He even said on the radio, he's like, "Oh, that
He
was my
admitted
bad."
it.
Yeah, that was my bad. And then he just said, "Forget it. Like, what does it matter? It's just a
Right. It's
expedition
what it
race."
is.
And then I mean, Cowboy still finished ahead of him. So,
Yeah.
which is
Kyle was
surprising.
probably annoyed with it because there's still like 60 laps to go.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I mean, everybody's wrecking everybody.
yeah.
At that point in the race, everybody's wrecking everybody. They don't care.
Yeah. Uh, uh, Ryan Preece was a notable mention that I wanted to talk about just because I
Yeah.
actually thought he was going to run really really well because in the 15 car last year for Rick Ware he put it in
He
the
did
bank.
good.
So
Yeah. He did
um,
good.
the fact that he had a little, I'm sure it's a lot better equipment, but his talent showed
Yeah.
because in one race
He ended
he
up driving
looked.
to the front.
Yeah, in one race he looked more impressive than Cole Custer, and that's coming from someone who Cole Custer is going to go back to the Xfinity Series and about to win 9 races. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
like it's just Cup is just not his thing. I just don't think it is. But
No, I completely agree. And, we hear a lot of times from a lot of different drivers that obviously the cars drive so much different, but
yeah,
even more so with the next gen. Now they're completely different cars. I listened to an interview a couple weeks ago of Noah Gregson. He was saying that he's never driven an Indy car, but he was like, he feels like going from Xfinity to Cup. It feels like driving an Indy car because it's just it's just a whole different world. So I
um,
mean, I do agree. I think we will see Custer go back down and do fairly well. But with that being said, I was really impressed with Priest as well, and I honestly think he had the car to beat at that point in time.
yeah,
Coming to the end,
for
he
sure.
was driving away.
And I think
But
he did burn up his stuff a little bit. I know he had the electrical issue. That's why
yeah,
he lost the lead to begin with. But
I do agree though.
I mean, if he got it fixed, I don't know. See why he couldn't go back to the front, because Truex was able to maneuver around back and forth. Um, talk about people that you want to mention is Austin Dillon was one of them. I mean, he was very impressive. Um,
Solid all night.
yes, he definitely used the bumper a lot, but
So did everybody else.
he did it in a way where he was still up front.
Yeah.
Bubba Wallace, he did a phenomenal job for the first half of the race. I mean, he led most of the laps, I'm sure.
Yep.
And just getting into that point where him and Austin Dillon were going back and forth. Dillon just didn't have any of it, and so he just said, "Forget it," and sent him into the wall.
Yeah.
And that's expedition racing, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's $2 million. Who cares, right? But I think could be a repercussion later in the season. I don't think it should be, but
I agree with that. I think it could be. I don't think it should be. I don't think anything that happened in the
Yeah.
clash should be brought over because they were all driving the same way. I feel like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they all need to look at it and say, hey, nobody even tried. We were all sending it. We were all just full throttle, shoving them all out the way. So it's like, at that point, it's like, can we even be mad? Because it's like, yeah, I'm getting shoved every single corner trying to move out the way. But at the same time, I'm doing the exact same thing to the guy in front of me. So it's like, I feel like if you bring that all over, I mean, I guess Kyle plans to, obviously, but I feel like if you bring that over, it's almost petty. It's not needed because we all know we said it multiple times in texting and stuff watching the race. That wasn't racing. Nothing about it was racing. It was just move each other out the way. So I don't know. I mean, I guess they all got to take it with a grain of salt and pick their battles, but
I
we'll
don't think
see.
anything that happened in that race needs to be carried over. I mean, everybody was ranking everybody. I think everybody probably got involved in a wreck, but maybe the top five. Some of my thoughts on the race. I thought the Toyotas were super fast, all of them,
Yeah,
except Bell. I mean, Bell could never get up there. He's mired
Yeah.
back. I thought Bell was gonna be really quick. I thought it was gonna be a
It's
tight track,
fun.
but yeah, it's fun. Yeah, saw that in the heat
first
when he
thing you
got
say.
wrecked. But I was
I'm trying
also
to write
impressed
some stuff.
with RCR. They were really quick.
Yeah.
They were. I was really surprised with RCR. I mean, obviously we knew Kyle's Kyle, but I didn't think I would see him and Dylan running up front pretty much the whole night. That was a little bit of a shock.
I do want to give a shout out to Noah Gregson. Yeah, he wasn't up front, but he also wasn't
Wrecking people.
wrecking people.
I think his car says otherwise, though. He's missing a whole right front on that thing.
Was he?
Yeah, right front splitter was destroyed.
It's just, I mean, he was running 10 through 12 pretty much all race, and I mean, I give him props for that whole just, I mean, solid first class. That's pretty cool.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, I was also you guys already touched on it, but I was very impressed with Ryan Preece in his first race. I don't think he really wrecked that many cars, and he was up front most of the
Right.
second half of the race. But one team that really let me down was RFK. I know they sucked there last year, but oh my god, they looked really bad. I mean, they didn't
Yeah.
even have damage on their cars, and they were 7 seconds off. I mean, it was they were really bad.
It was really surprising to see. I wasn't super shocked that they didn't make it because I knew there was going to be some big teams that didn't make it due to what we were seeing in the heats. But I agree. I was really shocked with their lack of speed. I don't know what the issue was. Maybe they were just trying some random shit in their package, for the future. Could be. I mean, we heard Bell make a or not Bell, but his crew chief make a comment saying like, "Hey, if we make it, we make it. If not, it's a test session." Could have been the same situation. Who knows? But I agree. I really thought that they were going to run better than that.
Yeah, I thought Chris Buescher was definitely going to run better.
That's his type of stuff. He
Yeah.
modified style,
Kozlowski, I don't expect to make it. I didn't expect to.
I honestly thought they were both going to make it. I think it's both their
Same.
type of racetracks, kind of.
Brad didn't even have a chance unless that caution came out, which he caused.
Well, yeah, they both. The point is that neither of them were going to make it once the heat started. Once you got 5 laps, and they both sucked.
Yeah.
Obviously, going through this, Truex ended up winning. I know we haven't said that, but he did win the Clash. I think he was the best car all around.
I agree.
He was just so fast when it comes to center off. There's
Yeah.
something about his.
He was killing him there.
That he was so much faster. I don't know what it was, but congratulations to him. I mean, he really needed that, especially moving from last year being winless, and all the frustrations that he had throughout the year, and then of course the off-season stuff that he has to deal with.
Mhm.
That was good. It was good for him, and
Correct.
I'm glad that he was able to get that off his chest.
Could be a dangerous year for Truex.
Yeah.
Coming back off that winless year and coming strong like that, it could be a dangerous year. I mean, we know he's got the potential, the equipment, of course. He could be a sleeper for sure for the championship.
He's got that burden off his chest, off his shoulder now. So now he can go in there not worried about. Everybody's talking about I didn't win a race last year. I didn't make the playoffs, even though I was like fourth in points. They saw how strong I started at the beginning of the year. Just continue it.
For sure. I do want to talk about some things about the Clash. For one, ratings. So Adam Stern, he tweeted, Fox TV earned a 2.01 rating for 3.647 million viewers for the Sunday's second edition of the Busch Light Clash. That was 15% down from the inaugural race, which was 2.32 rating, but 4.2 million viewers. This also was the second most watched sporting event after the Pro Bowl. Thoughts on why do I see money? Oh, okay. Any thoughts on the ratings and the viewers or?
When did the Clash air last year? Like probably Sunday, like 3,
It
something like that.
was,
4 o'clock, 4:30. Something.
yeah.
The time could be a little bit part of it. Some people, I don't know.
So
I agree. A little more people
Except
off
the
work, a little more people getting home and stuff. I think that helps a little bit. But at the same time, being on a Sunday, I don't think it really helped us too much at all. Because football is still going on, right?
It's just the Pro Bowl.
Well, the Pro Bowl.
Oh, just
and
the
then
Pro Bowl. Okay. But
Super Bowl is this week.
I don't know. I think that's good. I think we're still slowly making good progress, but I don't know. I feel like we could be doing better. And I think it's the track that's causing that.
Yeah.
So, which I will say that's interesting because when they were at Daytona, they were only getting 1.7 million viewers.
Well, I'm not saying we should go back to Daytona, but
well, I'm about to ask a question after we get over this that will cause us to talk about that.
okay.
I think obviously we had the Grammys on during the same time. That caused a little bit of it. We shouldn't look at that though because most people that's going to watch a sporting event is not going to
Isn't watching the
Grammys.
Grammys, correct? I'm sure there's those few crossover family
Yeah.
type situations, but other than that, I agree. It shouldn't have affected us that much.
A lot of people turned off after the halfway show too. There was like a stat that showed that.
I heard about
that.
that.
Go ahead. You
No,
can. So
yeah.
maybe.
I forgot what I was going to say. It's fine.
Okay. So maybe the original Nascar fan was like, oh, this is kind of dumb. Like, a halftime show.
Right.
So
Y'all are just trying to be football.
Yeah. You're going after the fan that doesn't exist, which is not true. It does exist. F1 is getting those fans, so we should be able to, especially since we're the biggest sporting or motorsport in America as we speak. But so overall, what is your thoughts of NASCAR continuing the Clash in general?
So the Clash in general or the Clash at the Coliseum?
In general.
Okay. I like the Clash. I think it is a great event for us to have. I think it's a good opportunity to try things, whether that being in the car, whether that being on the track, whether that's, we want to try this specific, grip strip or whatever, I think that's another, same with All-Star Race. But I think it's a good time to try things. It's a good time to try different things. If we want to try a halftime show. Track-wise, I think we could have a better track. Whether that's still at the Coliseum or what, I don't know. I just think the super short straightaways with no banking is just not the type of racing that we need because it's not producing racing. It's not producing what the racer wants to watch. It's just producing a truck race. We're just watching carnage, which is cool for the people that want to see that, but we're losing our race fans with it. So in terms of being at the Coliseum, I don't think it's good. The Clash, though, I love it. I just think we need to find the right place for it.
Yeah, I think the Clash should stay around. I think every year it should look at different venues. But I think it's a good thing because it gets the NASCAR fan ready for the season. Like it's like preseason. You get to see all the different drivers and the different numbers, their different paint schemes, which I like to look at a lot. Different numbers and cars always look a little bit different from last year, so it's always good to
refresh.
Before the 500 starts.
Right.
I mean, Denny even said about the Clash, like if we keep it there, maybe put some PJ1 up top and see if we can get something going.
See, that's what I was thinking too. It's like maybe the PJ one, but even maybe just throw 2, 3 more degrees of banking. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. I feel like that would open it up. Maybe even progressive. Keep it flat on the bottom. Put a little progressive banking. Wouldn't be too bad. I don't know.
I have a lot of thoughts. For one, I think the reason why the race struggled is because we had too many cars on the track at one time. I think we need
That as
to
well.
lower the amount of drivers that should be able to come to the clash.
I
Um,
agree. I
uh,
liked it back in the day where it was a little bit more
Selective.
prestigious. Right.
And so I do believe, and I heard this from Dale Jr. on the Dale Jr. download this week. Um, it should go back to just poll winners.
I
Um,
agree.
and
I agree because that's what it started as was
yeah,
the fastest guys from the previous season.
and it shouldn't matter if there's only 10 drivers on the track. Well, guess what?
Absolutely.
They were the 10 fastest piece of craps last year. Okay,
Yep.
so they should be able to win money in a situation like, and it doesn't have to be as big as purse as 2 million like it was this year.
No.
Like that, like that's ridiculous. That's more than an All Star race now. Um, what's the point of the All Star race if that's the case? But um, I I just think, at some point you're getting away from, you're just making another race that teams have to spend money to go to, and plus they have to travel across the whole country to get there, and then they get eliminated because
Before they're even in. Yeah.
because guess
Right.
what, they weren't even fast enough to
Right.
even be over there. Anyways, according BJ McLeod, the Rick Ware cars,
What was
even
the point?
RFK, they should not have been over there. Which
Yeah.
one of them would have went over there if it was just pole winners, and I
Yep.
think he would have competed because it would have been a different scene. But it's just I think NASCAR tries to have everyone involved, and it shouldn't be. You should not have everyone involved, but I do not think it should be at the Coliseum, um, whatsoever. I think it should still be at Daytona, but that's just because the whole point of speed weeks, we don't have it anymore.
Right.
Um, we're losing the whole identity of the whole week of Daytona. I mean, you moved it now to Wednesday to Saturday, Sunday versus last Saturday to a whole Sunday, which I
Right.
get it. They want to save money, but you're spending more money traveling.
Traveling across the whole country,
I mean,
let alone the people that don't even make the race.
yeah,
It's
it's
just
just
It's pointless. What was the point?
the whole. I love the event, as what it is, an expedition race, but don't don't make it more complicated than it should be. The more you
I
do
agree.
that, the more you lose the whole experience of an expedition race. In my
Right.
opinion. But
Right.
I do. Sorry, Mitch, you can go.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I do agree on the part where it should only be pole winners, like it was. But I think now with the next gen car, it's kind of a little unfair to just give some people like 300 laps at one track testing out the car, while others have to sit at home. Even if they're good teams that just didn't get the pole.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, they had all year to get the pole. You know what I'm saying? And then even at that case, back the way it used to be. That is, it used to be what the pole winners, past champions, and then what Daytona 500 winners. Those are the only
do
people
you
that could
want
get
like
in.
the original Bush Clash, or do you want like the 2010s?
2010s. That's what I'm
Uh,
used to.
it's pole winners, past champions, and I think past Budweiser shootout winners or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Which makes sense. I like that. I think that kept it simple. And in this case, where with the new car, technically everybody's running the same. Everyone's running the same shit. If you don't get a pole, that's kind of a failure in your own. You shouldn't be. You know what I mean? There should be a fairness to it if you didn't get the pole in the first place because you had all season last year to do that.
And plus, and to your point, like it would be unfair to the other teams. No track is like the Coliseum
Sure.
on the circuit, so I don't think it would be an advantage. Maybe their braking package, but all of them have phenomenal brakes in their vehicles now. So I don't think that would be. I don't think that would be too much of an advantage as you think.
Right.
I but if you put it at Daytona with restrictor plates, you won't have an advantage. Like that's not That's
Right.
literally you're just putting a expedition race in front of be able to every single person that could win. Literally, you're putting the field to equalized, but they had to win a pole to get to that point. And I think that's in my opinion that would be the best option for NASCAR. But
I agree, and that way it also, like we already stated, though, it makes it seem more of a, you got to work for it. You don't get to just show up and run the Clash. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe you can try and race your way in, sure, but you can't just show up and just be there. You know what I mean? It used to be special. You had to work for that type of thing.
yeah, if you can't make the 27 driver field for a Coliseum, then I'm sorry, you probably shouldn't even be in the Cup Series. I mean, that's I'm being honest.
As the drivers say, though, nothing beats seat time, and when people are getting more seat time than you, they get that advantage. That's me.
Yeah, I mean, you're
I
right.
get it though. I get
You're
it.
right,
27
but
cars on the Coliseum is
at the
so
same time,
unnecessary.
though, so just think about it this way. Everybody that raced at the Coliseum today or Sunday, they got seat time, right? But even then, all throughout the season, whoever goes back, that seat time ain't even gonna matter. I think because they're rebuilding the track every year anyway. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like it really probably doesn't drive that much the same. They said it did, but who knows?
They said it felt like it was a little different. They said it was a little bit more slidey.
Yeah, especially with the rumble strips on the bottom. I think they said they were worse than last year.
Yeah.
We should probably move on from the Clash, though.
Oh yeah, we have talked forever about the Clash.
Yeah, we got a lot.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone know the? Oh, we can skip that. The Hall of Fame inductees. We don't.
I can run through them real quick. I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I did not have.
I know Matt Kenseth. That's it.
So
Yeah.
the three Hall of Fame inductees, we have Matt Kenseth, of course. He is the 2023 Cup Series champion. He also has 2 Daytona 500
I'm sorry.
wins.
2020 what?
20. Oh, I'm sorry. 2003. I'm sorry. 2003.
Should I put the money on that?
Wrong year.
What's the money line on that
2003
bad
Cup
boy?
Series champion. He also is the 2009
Negative.
and 2012 Daytona 500 champion. He also won the 2000 Coke 600, 2013 Southern 500. He's a 39 Cup Series time winner, 29 Xfinity wins. So yeah, that's Matt Kenseth. Also, we have Kirk Shelmerdine, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Yeah.
I
He
knew
was
that. Why did I not know?
yeah,
This?
Dale Earnhardt's crew chief for a hot minute. He has won 4 championships with Dale Earnhardt, 86, 87, 90, 91, as well as 46 wins crew chiefing for him. I did read that after his time crew chiefing, I think it said he retired from crew chief in 91. He went on to pursue a driving career, but nothing much came of it. And then the third one that made it into Hall of Fame is Herschel McGriff Sr. Not too much on him, really. He's old as hell. He is actually the oldest driver to ever start a NASCAR race at 90 years old. He ran 85 races over a total of 27 seasons. He has a total of 4 wins, which all came in the year of 1954. And that year, he also finished 6th in points.
Are they the only 3 that made it?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Always just 3.
Yeah, it's 2 like people that are like in the now time, and then one like
Person.
what's it called? The
I know what you're talking about, though.
I don't know what
But,
the term that they use, but my camera is not focusing. I'm so sorry.
I know you've been
Yeah, so
blurry.
that's-
It's messing my eyes.
So yeah, that's the 2023 NASCAR Hall of Fame. From their stats, I mean, I don't really know too much about the Herschel guy. Like I said, he's old. But the other 2 definitely deserving. I'm actually a little surprised that Kenseth wasn't a first-time ballot. I'm a little shocked about that, but at the same time, not. I don't know.
Kids have really never got the respect he deserved.
I agree.
Even in his career, I feel like just because, I mean, when Roush, Roush literally causes a lot of havoc, and they don't even realize. But I mean, Matt Kenseth would be a multi-time champion winner if it wasn't for Jimmy Johnson. Being
A lot of people probably would.
Or Joe Logano 2015, maybe.
Oh yeah, he's really known for Joey's. That guy's
Yeah.
a coward.
Yeah. So moving on from that, what do y'all want to jump into next?
The competition news. I did not put it in the Google Doc. I'm sorry, I failed at my job. I will say a couple things that's going on. So the playoffs are you would not need to be in the top 30 in points to make the playoffs. I think this is going to be the Corey LaJoy rule, just because. So if he wins one of their restrictor points, he can still make it in.
Even then, though, I think he would be in the top 30, even if he didn't win. I mean,
No,
LaJoy's. You don't think he would?
No.
No, they wreck too much.
Yeah. And then a good thing. This is a great thing, actually. No stage cautions at road courses, so they will have stage breaks.
Yep.
But actually, they will have stages, but not stage breaks.
I was about to say what? That's what the caution
I
is.
meant to say that backwards. So they will give the top 10 the points after they cross the finish line, but that does not mean that we will throw a caution to reset the field, which is something that I enjoy, especially at road courses. But I think we should move forward into all races eventually.
I agree, and I could see that we would. The only thing that I'm thinking about in terms of the road courses, right? So going back to old school before stage racing, you would run the road course backwards in terms of your fuel.
Yeah.
So with that being said, knowing that we are no longer having a break, do you go for points or do you go for the win? I mean, obviously that's going to vary depending on how your car is and so forth that weekend,
Well,
but
I think that was the term beforehand with the stage cautions because
right
because they would pit before the stage break, like you said. But now they don't have to worry about that. They can literally run the fuel strategy of their own. They can do a 3-stop, they can do a 2-stop, whatever whatever their stop is, and they don't know when a caution is going to come out, so they could be screwed on a caution because they pit it, and then guess what? They're in the back for that stage and they don't get points. But there's ways to still make it up. Honestly, I think a lot of the road courses will go green.
Oh, I agree. I mean, we don't see that many cautions in them typically anyway. I mean, we do, but we don't. I think it's interesting though.
I think stage races made more cautions at road courses than
Oh, I agree. I mean, just in general, because as we know, cautions breed cautions.
Yeah. And then of course they changed the rear of the car. They bent the two of the bottom poles that was connected to the fuel cell, and so instead of it being straight, they're already bent, so it'll give more flux, like when there's contact
impact. Yeah, it'll give more give to it.
They took down half of the bars that was connected to the rear of the chassis part of it to the fuel cell, so there will be another give. They made the back end bar a different material, so it can be pushed in instead of just a flat surface. So hopefully that'll fix all of our issues.
Yeah, that is all good. I mean, that's good improvement to that side of it, because obviously we saw, Kurt sidelined and Bowman sidelined at a point last season because due to these issues, let alone maybe even other injuries that maybe weren't even talked about. Who knows? So that's good. Clearly, though, next gen wise, we still got some issues, as we saw, the 54 catch on fire in practice. Well,
yeah.
I think that was something. I think that was something else. I think that the exhaust was bad, so it's like backfiring, kind of. Not like backfiring, but like.
Well, I think it was from the rubber getting built up, just like we saw last year, mainly at the short tracks. I think it was the same scenario. The rubber was getting built up into the rocker panel, and then gets hot and catches on fire. But that was one of the worst ones we've seen, I think, and it lit up pretty quick. I don't know. I mean, I couldn't imagine being in a car and it catching on fire inside like that. That's got to be scary. I couldn't imagine. And that's
he did say that there was no fire in the car. It was just smoke.
What?
That's what he said. That's
He's
what Ty
blind.
Gibbs said.
He's blind.
He said at least he
There
said
was fire in the car.
it didn't in the cockpit. He's talking like in the cockpit. Like
He said it wasn't
said
that
it
hot
was
in the
just smoke.
cockpit, just dark.
Yeah, there might have been fire. I might have misspoke there,
He
but
didn't activate the fire extinguisher that is in the cockpit area.
I mean, there was definitely fire in there, though.
Yeah.
it probably was. But he said it wasn't that hot. I'm just going
I mean,
off
it
what
might
he
not have
said.
been that hot. You know what I mean?
I'm going off what he said. I
No,
don't know.
yeah.
Obviously, I wasn't in the damn car, so I don't. But
Dude.
No, yeah, but so I mean, you know, I still think that's an issue that needs to be still slowly addressed. I mean, luckily it is on the right.
I don't know what he's seeing, man. I don't.
That's what I was like. What? What do you mean no fire in the car?
Maybe
The
it
whole
was.
thing was on fire.
I plead the fifth. I don't know.
That car looked like Junior's car at the 24 Hours of Daytona back in like 04 or whatever it was.
Could have went 2014 Texas too, or whatever one that
Yeah,
was.
that one too.
Yeah.
Uh,
I just go off what the driver says, man. I don't know.
So I mean, that was just one touch base on that. You know, we still clearly need some work with the car though. But
Yeah, for sure.
and then do y'all have a 2022? Before we move into 2023 officially, do any of y'all have a 2022 favorite moment?
did write down
Yeah,
a
for
handful.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got a
awesome!
bunch.
Great.
All right. First, Bowman wins Vegas, obviously.
Awesome.
Second,
Whoa.
Josh Berry wins the second Vegas, and Bell wins the Roval.
Mine was just the Hail Melon. I was thinking about it for a while, and I couldn't really. I didn't want to meet ride my favorite driver, so I didn't pick Harvick win. So I picked something. Like, obviously,
Two different
Chastain
people.
moved.
Three different.
My top three. I gotta go with the Darlington Xfinity finish with Larson, Creed, and Gregson. I gotta go with that. That was an awesome finish. Number two, I'm gonna go with JGR 1-2 getting DQ'd. Elliott taking the win from third. I think that's a huge moment. We've never seen nothing like that, you know. Third, I'm gonna go with the Coda finish. Yeah, I thought that was just a good classic finish, good beating and banging, nothing really crazy out of it, but it was a good race, good finish.
My favorite moment has to be Denny Hamlin get out of the race car and tell him that he is making a list of drivers and he did absolutely nothing all year.
Yeah.
That is my favorite moment because he's all talk, no show.
Most drivers are these days.
And I was going to go with Ross Chastain just because he was so fun to watch. But my favorite moment has to be Denny Hamlin just being so
Trash.
Denny. I mean, he's just being so Denny. And I love him for it. But that's my favorite moment. I didn't really have... there wasn't many memorable moments for me.
I do have a notable mention with Jordan Anderson almost dying at Talladega.
That was a favorite moment.
It's just a favorite moment because in the moment of it happening, we didn't know that,
it was a moment of the year.
Yeah, it was memorable. It wasn't your favorite.
You're right. It was memorable. Let me rephrase that. It was a memorable moment. No, it was just crazy. We've never seen nothing like that either. He's hopping out of the truck as he's hitting the wall. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, "What the hell is this guy doing?"
He could have broke his neck.
Everything.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he fell before he got to the wall?
Okay, I think that's enough on this topic. That's enough on Jordan Anderson.
Moving on.
How about a favorite moment of Jordan Anderson? Him almost winning the Daytona race 2 years in a row.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
With his team, that's pretty impressive.
All right, so now we're going to move on to predictions.
Let's go.
Of the year. So,
playoff or non-playoff?
We're gonna do non-playoff first. I feel like that would be okay. If we'll just do season predictions, not non-playoff.
That works. Yeah, season.
Anybody can go first if you like.
I'll start off. 23-11 goes wins list.
Are you? Yeah, that's crazy.
That's my first one.
I just want to make sure I heard that right. I was like,
Happening, bro. Sorry.
What are my season predictions? Or is Logano falls off?
Mm.
See it?
That's actually in the stats. He always falls off after he wins the
Yeah.
championship.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he won one championship.
And he fell
It's
off.
still in the stats.
Okay.
It's
Obviously, he's not going to win a championship. Like, just fuck off.
Watch him back up like a 13-win season.
I can't with you guys.
Stat boy.
All right, I'm gonna go 23-11 win Chicago.
Mm.
I can see it, but it ain't happening. It's gonna be AJ.
I have two. I have Jimmy Johnson. Will have more top tens than Noah Gregson.
In what 4 races? That's it.
And then I have another one, and I think that we'll see 3 fights with Ty Gibbs.
Oh, I was thinking 2, but yeah, I can see that.
I'll
How
take
many
the
does he
over.
win?
0. He's dude. Look at him, dude. Like, as someone who likes him, like, look at the guy.
He packs a punch though. Barnes Sam Mayer.
To follow up your Jimmy, one of my other predictions is Jimmy Johnson will win a race.
Holy cow! I was gonna say.
I'm not lying.
Yeah, he just wrote that.
You know, that's funny. I got Gregson winning a race.
You have Gregson winning the race? Oh, yeah. I forgot you wrote that. I was like, what? All right, and so now we're going to get to our playoff predictions. We're going to start with the Truck Series. For the Truck Series, we're only going to do the final, the Trucks and Xfinity. We're only going to do our Final Four prediction, and then, of course, our champion. So if you'd like, you can go ahead and start off with your trucks.
I'll go first on this. I didn't really know. I don't feel like the truck field's exactly stacked this year, but I have Ben Rhodes making it to the Final Four. I have Matt Crafton getting back to the Final Four. I also have Zane Smith and Carson Hocevar. And I have Zane Smith winning the championship back to back.
Could see it. But I have Nick Sanchez making it, as well as Grant Enfinger, Matt DiBenedetto, and Carson Hocevar taking the championship.
Wow. Who does Nick Sanchez race for?
He's going to be in the 2.
Oh, is that yeah, what team is that?
That is the GMS racing.
GMS.
Yeah.
I didn't think they had a truck team anymore.
Well, it's like a, I don't know what it's called, but
Probably a one-off or something.
Okay, that's not bad.
One-off team. I have Ben Rhodes, Christian Eckes, Lawless Allen, and Matt Crafton.
Lawless
With
Allen.
Eckes being the champion.
Wow.
Holy cow!
Wow. I could see
You guys
it.
went. You guys went crazy. Holy! I went with like guys that I feel like are pretty obvious to run pretty well.
You're safe. You're never gonna win.
I have Ben Rhodes. I have Matt Crafton, Stuart Friesen, and Zane Smith, and I think Zane Smith wins it back to back.
Wow.
Dylan.
Okay. Y'all's are pretty similar. Like,
Yeah,
almost the whole
one
thing.
driver off. I had. Did you have Hocevar right? No, you didn't have Hocevar right. Yeah.
I do think it was a race, but I don't think it's.
Oh,
I think Hocevar honestly is gonna be pretty damn good this year.
Shit, I mean, he has the talent. It's
He's
just he
always
needs the
right
luck.
there. He just chokes it all the time. Hey, what's your Xfinity predictions?
I got Cole Custer, Chandler Smith, Josh Berry, and John Hunter Nemechek taking the championship.
Chandler Smith.
Oh my god, I forgot Nemechek.
Chandler Smith's going to be in the 16.
All right.
How did
Oh,
I
got-
forget?
yeah. I was thinking of Sammy Smith. I was like, did he just say the name wrong? And I was like, oh yeah, Chandler moved up. I forgot.
I got Josh Berry, Brandon Jones, Cole Custer, and Riley Herbst. With Brandon Jones winning.
Riley Herbst? What?
Oh,
I don't know.
Riley Herbst.
Why?
Win a race this year.
Why not?
He picked it up late in the season last year. Now he's got Custer as an Xfinity teammate.
You ready to go? You got yours? Or no?
Yeah, I'll go. I got I had to change my. I forgot Nemechek was racing this year, so I put John Hunter Nemechek, Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier, and Cole Custer. I think Custer's gonna have 8 or 9 wins. I think he's gonna win the championship.
I I have Justin Allgaier. I have Josh Berry, Sammy Smith, and Jonathan Nemechek. I think Jonathan Nemechek wins the championship.
All pretty different, I feel like. Nobody too similar.
All right, moving on to Cup. Who you
And,
got for your 16, Dylan?
hold on. Let me go to my notes. Sorry. I'm going to go. So we can all say our 16, then we'll say 4 together, and,
Yep.
then we'll say our champion. Or, well, what we say our
Yeah,
finals.
that works. Yeah.
So, this is no particular order. Larson, Chase, Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Ross Chastain, Byron, Reddick, Joey, Harvick, Truex, Bubba, AJ, Eric Jones, and Austin Dillon. The people that I do not have making it, I have Alex Bowman, Chase Briscoe, Ryan Preece, Austin Cindric, Ty Gibbs, and Noah Gragson. Those are people that are not making it. Like, that are going to be involved a little bit.
Right. I didn't think about writing the people, like the notables that didn't make it, but the ones I have in are AJ Allmendinger, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Ty Gibbs, Ross Chastain, William Byron, Coy LaJoy, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Preece, Chase Briscoe, Tyler Reddick, Noah Gragson.
Holy cow.
A lot of people not making it once I looked at
it. What are some people that you don't have making it?
I got Truex, Bowman, Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't have Bowman making mine.
Bell.
You don't have Bell? Oh my god.
Wow. That's alrighty.
A lot, Bubba.
Wow.
I got Tyler pointing his way in. Because, the 2311's not winning. I already stated that.
You're wrong.
Step Boy, what do you got?
I have Larson, Elliott, Bowman, Reddick, KFB, Austin Dillon, Denny Hamlin, Truex, Bell, Blaney, Logano, Cindric, LaJoy, Gragson, Harvick, AJ.
Wow.
So I did mine a lot different than you guys. I put them in 4 categories.
Yeah.
I did lock, most likely. Guys I think will be right on the cutoff, and I did out. Guys I think will be locks are Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex, and Christopher Bell. Guys I think will most likely make it, Ross Chastain, Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe, Joey Logano, and Tyler Reddick. Guys that I definitely don't think will make it. I don't think they will at all. I don't think they'll be close. Is Brad Keselowski, Justin Haley, Noah Gragson, and Ricky Stenhouse. And I have 13 drivers on the cutoff that I think is going to be there. So I got Austin Cindric, Austin Dillon, Kevin Harvick, Eric Almirola, AJ Allmendinger, Chris Buescher, Bubba Wallace, William Byron, Ryan Preece, Eric Jones, Alex Bowman, Daniel Suarez, and Ty Gibbs.
You don't think AJ gets a win to be off the bubble? I'm just curious.
He definitely could. These guys I don't think will definitely win a race. Like that's right. I feel like the field's gonna be so even like last year. It's just It's so hard to predict what's gonna happen. So I think he can win it on a road course. I think.
I think that's where it's gonna come. Yeah.
But you never know.
I don't think AJ wins. I do have him in, but I just think he's gonna point his way in. Because
you don't think he can win any road course?
No. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he has a shot.
I have him winning Watkins. To be fair,
he had a chance. He won a road course race with JTG Doughty Racing.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he's gonna be top 5. That's why he's pointing his way in. But I just don't think he's gonna be a late race caution. Yes. Does he dominate a race? No, absolutely not.
I mean, I can agree with that, but
I don't think he wins though.
He's most definitely winning the Roval. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. He's winning the Roval.
Chase Elliott is like really good
Chase,
there, and
bro,
Christopher
all right,
Bell now.
legit. Ever since the new car for one, and all these other road course racers have come up, Chase ain't shit on the
No,
road
he
courses.
literally fit. No. I don't
He
think
finished second at Coda
Chase ain't shit.
for Road America.
Literally,
Not
he had
Coda.
the
Road
dominant
America,
car
yeah.
on like half of the road courses. Either a caution came out or a pit stop happened, and it was his team. If I'm being honest,
Sonoma.
uh, the Roval.
Chase ain't shit.
I'm not saying
No,
Chase
AJ's
is
got the road locked though.
Oh my god! I hope he finishes 20th, not with a broken car or anything.
AJ's better than Chase at the Roval specifically.
I'm gonna act up, bro. You got me. You got me twitching right now.
I'm not even trying to be biased. I just think AJ only he was so good is because the Xfinity guys suck. I
love AJ,
but at the same time, we see him still running up front at the road courses in the Cup and competing for wins.
All right, that's enough.
What the hell?
No,
you can take that off.
I do. So, I think the only way AJ wins at all this season, in my opinion, is a super speedway. I do not see him actually going out there and winning a road course. Now, do I think he's top 5, top 10? Every single one of them, yes. Do I think he's going to go out there and dominate? No. I don't think Chase is going to even. I think he wins 2. But
I have AJ with 3 wins.
Oh, I don't know about that, dude.
Like, man,
I'll take the under on that.
Yes, Road America, Watkins Glen.
They're going to Road America, so
they're not going back to Road America?
No, street course replace that.
Yeah, street course.
Oh, duh.
He's not winning the street course. You have him winning the street course? Dude,
street course, 100%.
I can't.
Bro, AJ is by far the most talented road course racer out there. No doubt about that. You can't even deny it. And going to a new road course, especially something like that, AJ's gonna have the upper hand.
I do think he's a better road course racer, but is he the best stock car road course racer? That's where it comes down to, like.
I would say no, but I think the experience help. I mean, we obviously know his experience and talent carries him and his equipment a lot. And I think going to a track where everybody's fresh, everybody's going to have the same amount of practice. Nobody can run Xfinity races if you're running Cup, that is. I don't know. I think AJ is going to have that experience level just over them.
Yeah. It's a bold prediction from you.
Yeah, you should have said
that.
Bold.
What is bold about picking a road course racer to win a road course track?
Well, 3 of them. You said 3 of them.
You said 3.
Like 3 road courses.
The dude has 2 wins. One of them he actually, won. The other one it was just a shit show. So he was there. I mean, I'm not saying he didn't win, but like, you see my point? Like, I don't know if you can just say he wins 3 races. I do have him pointed in because of the road courses.
We'll see.
That's got to be one of your bold predictions.
That's not bold.
Dude, you can't say that's bold.
That's a valid prediction. There ain't nothing bold about that. Jimmy Johnson winning a race is bold.
Yeah, but Allmendinger winning 3? That's crazy.
What? Y'all are insane. Moving on.
Although we do need to know Jimmy. We need to know more Jimmy's schedule.
Yeah.
Okay, move on because he knows it ain't good.
All right, your final 4 Cup predictions. What you got?
I got Chase Elliott, Joey Logano, William Byron, and Ryan Blaney. Are we waiting to go one more round for the champion or no?
Yes. Yeah.
If it was a road course, you would have picked Allmendinger.
Yeah.
Well, AJ's gonna win the Roval in the playoffs, but that
you gotta stop. I'm done.
You're funny.
My final 4 is Martin Truex, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, and when Mitch said this guy wasn't gonna make the playoffs, it shocked me. I have Christopher Bell.
I'm sorry, you have JGR. Is that what you just said? Like the whole field?
All but one.
What was the other one? Sorry.
Larson.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, Gibbs ain't fucking.
I have Larson, Hamlin, Elliott, and Kyle Busch.
I got Larson, Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, and Chase Elliott.
Yeah, that's right, Christopher Bell.
I can see that. We just swap Hamlin and Bell.
And so we'll go in the same order. Mitch, who is
championship by far. Ryan Blaney with a total of 7 wins for the season.
Oh my god.
Jesus
What are
Christ.
you on, dude? I can't. I can't.
Woo!
You don't see it? What
I
you mean?
can't.
Somebody didn't cook their
I'm
beef
about,
jerky all
I'm
the way.
about to make Mitch so upset right here. I have Christopher Bell win the championship.
Mm.
Me and him, dude, we're gonna be battling all year.
I have Kyle Busch
Yeah,
plus
we really are.
900.
Who do you have?
Plus,
Kyle Busch.
uh, this was
Yeah.
not a biased pick. Okay, I have
Chase
Kyle
Elliott.
Busch. Yeah, well, hold on. I have Kyle Busch dominating the race. I think he's gonna lead the most of the race. And then a late caution happens, and I think Chase outruns them with the short run car, because that's always good for us, Phoenix. So, um, I do think it was a championship, but I think the bold prediction out of Christopher Bell not making the playoffs was honestly more mind-boggling than I think the 3 road course wins from AJ.
Yeah, I did. I think that Allmendinger three road
So
course wins is freaking crazy.
I can't lie. Regarding the people out of the playoffs, they just didn't make it in. I kind of went down the list and was like,
Yeah.
yep, he'll make it, he'll make it, he'll make it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
So it wasn't nothing necessarily personal to any of these guys, but that's what I got. AJ.
that's phenomenal.
AJ going crazy this year.
So you gotta have him make it to the round of 8. Is that what you're saying?
um,
Because if he wins the Roval,
I would say the round of 8, yeah.
okay.
Yep. And I think he makes it with that win, of course, but
Does he need that win to get in?
Yeah.
most likely.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. Doesn't look like he's gonna be shit on ovals, will he, bench?
I liked our picks. I liked that.
Yeah, I think that was definitely interesting.
I feel like the Nick of the group today. I'm the one out there, so that's different.
Yeah.
I will say it was very difficult for me from 11th on down. The top 10 from Joey on up. So my top 10 were Larson, Chase, Bush, Bell, Blaney, Hamlin, Chastain, Byron, Reddick, and Joey. I put Joey 10th just because I think he's gonna fall off, but well, he always does. But every other year he does good. Like it's just there's something about that. And when odd numbers are in the year, he sucks. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, outside my top 11, it was rough. Like I said, I had probably those 11 that I had are probably I think gonna make it, but those other 13 that I have on the cutoff, I have no idea.
I think only 5 of those drivers win though. I don't think we're gonna see a big multiple winner type of year.
Season again?
Yeah.
Really? I have 14 winners before the playoffs. That is
I think
interesting.
I think your Truex, your Hamlin, Chase,
Yeah.
Larson, and Bell is gonna really throw the year for a loop.
Yeah,
Oh,
rough
Kyle
as
Busch.
it does.
Why did I say Kyle Busch?
Yeah, what?
What? I have Larson though.
No, I'm saying like I think they're gonna win a lot of races. I don't think there's.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that, honestly.
I honestly don't have a lot of people. I think it's gonna be kind of like last year. I don't have a lot of people winning a lot of races. I don't think anybody's gonna really win more than 5 races. I mean, 5's kind of a lot, but I don't have anybody totally dominate the season like we've seen in the past years.
So
I think
I have.
3.
I can see that. I have, of course, Blaney, like I said, with the champ with 7 wins. But going into the playoffs, the person with the most I have is Blaney with 4.
That's valid. That's valid.
Then I got 3, 3, 3, and then a bunch of 2s, and then a few 1s.
Yeah, I know the 3. I know one of those.
Yeah.
we do have one more pick that I really wanted to do. It's just because our next podcast will be during the duels.
Daring.
Yeah, during
During.
that. Am I not saying it right?
I don't know.
During?
No.
I don't know.
During?
It's,
I guess not.
yeah,
I don't know.
that boy just has to,
Okay.
make sure you're right.
That was the pronunciation stat boy. Can you look it up?
Yeah. Can we get an ETA on that, please?
Yeah. I got
Estimated time to arrival. Thanks. What did I say? Oh yeah. So we're gonna do our front row picks for the 500. Did anyone actually do this?
No, I didn't know we were. So
Don't
I'm
know the
thinking right
duels
now.
yet.
No. I said front row picks. Like who's gonna
I
qualify?
missed that. I guess.
Oh, for qualifying. Oh, I thought you meant like. Oh yeah. Shit. No, I did. Oh, I got it. I think that Alex Bowman and Chase Elliott.
You think Alex Bowman can stay on top two again? I don't think it happens.
I think Hendrick Motorsports is crazy
Why not?
at qualifying.
I mean, I think Hendrick will be up there, but I don't think Bowman gets another top two start. I just don't.
I kind of
Alright,
free
well,
balled
what
it
you
off
got
my
then?
head, but I think it makes sense.
All right, go ahead.
What you got then, Mitch?
I don't have anyone yet, so go ahead. I'm thinking.
I got Alex Bowman and Jimmy Johnson.
I almost went with Jimmy.
Such a meat rider, man.
No,
No, it's
So-
not.
so
Stats.
yes. I think your front row is going to be Kevin Harvick and Jimmy Johnson.
I wasn't expecting that one.
because it is a proven fact that the Daytona pole winner is rigged. There's something about it.
I mean, yeah,
swear.
we've seen it time and time again where there's a big story going in and they get pulled. We've seen it a lot, but
So,
But like rookie drivers, like top
Kevin,
rookie
though,
drivers.
I mean, Kevin's not a good
Danica.
qualifier for one, let alone at Daytona.
It depends on
I don't know.
what they setup they bring. You know, sometimes
Yeah.
SHR brings a super aggressive, like I think.
Oh, I know.
Alex
Like
Day,
if we go back to
2019.
2000, yeah, well, that was
Yeah.
18, I believe.
18, 19, I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh, bro, I wish. That was a sick race.
Oh yeah, I'll do that, right?
I loved that race. You were there for that one?
Yeah, it was awful.
I loved that race.
It was terrible in the stands. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like,
It was boring as hell, but
I was thinking
they
of the
were
spring race.
fast. Bro, they were so fast.
Yeah,
Nobody could touch them.
Yeah, they were like so fast that it looked illegal.
Imagine one of them didn't win.
Yeah, of course, it's like the least talented one of Amarillo.
I know. I
It makes sense.
honestly think Harvick would have won, but he ran out of the fuel. I think his car was the best, though, honestly. Who knows?
But yeah, I think Kevin Harvick is gonna. I think somehow he's gonna make the pole. Or,
That'd be sick. I would
Yeah,
love that.
outside
I don't
pole
see
or
it.
something like that.
Did Jeff make it in 2015?
No.
Yes.
He did. Oh, he got second, right?
Did he?
Yeah. With Dale Jr., I think, right? If I'm-
Yeah.
No, that one was
No,
Chase Elliott.
No, hold on.
I don't think he was up there.
2016 was Daytona International. Yeah, he was 2015. Jeff Gordon, Daytona 500.
Oh, well, all right, then never mind. I have Noah Gregson and Christopher Bell.
Yeah.
I got that on the fly.
That's awesome. I love that.
Christopher Bell, I don't know. No one
Uh,
could see.
Yeah, 2015 was Jeff Gordon winning the pole, I think, and then Jimmy Johnson on the outside.
It was.
Oh, I don't remember that. Good for him.
Yeah, like I know that Hendrick likes to win the pole, but I think this year they're going to come with a different type of mindset because they always struggle in the 500.
Literally.
And Chevy hasn't won the 500 in like a long time.
Since what, Junior?
Dylan.
Or Dylan, yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll change this year. I think it should be. Well, we'll find out next week. But,
Actually, don't. It's a Chevy.
huh?
It's not going to be a Chevy.
It should be Hamlin.
I mean, top 10.
I'm definitely leaning more toward, like, Chrysler.
Dodge.
Yeah, I'm big on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, This was a very fun podcast. We had a lot of different opinions. And I think it was. I think it was great. I can't wait to see if our playoff predictions actually come true. I'm sure.
That'd be amazing.
I'm sure none of them will.
I mean, I know AJ's gonna win 3 races, so
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
the colleague racing is really gonna help him out there.
Yeah, they're gonna kill it this year.
Yeah.
Justin
yeah.
Haley's gonna get the other 2 road courses, right?
No. Justin might get like a Daytona win.
Yeah,
I can
he's
see
gonna get
that.
3 restrictor plates to match the 3 road courses.
Yeah.
That'd be sick, though. Honestly. I do have one more piece of quick news. That guy right there, you know, he's gonna be in the Fox booth
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
officially. Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's really great.
I think he's a great announcer. I really like the things that he says and the way he says them. I don't know. I think he could be good at it. Definitely better than Gordon.
They definitely need 3 people back in the booth. With 2, it ain't the same.
Yeah.
I mean,
agree
they've had 3 people, but not
with the
I,
rotation.
I did like how they did it last year, but I think the same set I think would benefit them.
I agree. It
Also-
feels more natural, more at home. You know, you turn it on and you see the same people. Versus if you turn it on, you see Danica. Next week you see
Danica,
some British guy.
Horrible.
Next week you see, you know what I mean? Just some randoms here and there.
Yeah.
Also, Fox needs to cut it out with those cartoon characters and.
Yeah, what is that about? I really thought that was going to end up going away, and they're
I did
back,
too.
and even worse.
They're worse. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I mean, Chase Elliott looks like John Cena in a fire suit.
You can't-
And I don't understand.
They look jacked.
They look jacked, bro.
Dude,
I
remember when they made Ryan Lubin look skinny. It was like, what in the world, dude?
He's
Yeah.
the least jacked one there. I mean, dude's the biggest guy in NASCAR.
Him and Stewart.
Yeah, they need to
Yeah,
cut that
really.
shit out though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I'm all for like the animated look, but make
Give
it
them
look
their
a little
face.
more,
I
a
saw
little
him-
more proportionate. You know what I mean?
saw Hamlin talking about it.
Faces back.
Yeah, I saw
What?
Hamlin talking about it. And
Oh, really?
Podcast.
Which podcast?
Action Sentimental or whatever.
Yeah, Denny's new podcast. It's pretty good.
It's not for champions.
That's touche. Literally, the whole Dirty Mo Media isn't champions.
Oh, it's a part of it? I didn't know he was a part
Yeah.
of that. Oh, wow. None of the spotter ones are champions?
Nope.
TJ? Huh? No.
Nope.
No.
He wasn't with Logano when he had his?
Oh yeah,
Uh-uh.
yeah. Well, yeah, he was. You're right. That was his last year with Logano,
Okay.
and then he went to
Mhm.
Kozlowski.
Wow.
Wow. Well, TJ, you really shined. Anyways, that pretty much settles our podcast this week. I'm so excited for next week. We get to start our Daytona days. I don't even call it speed weeks anymore.
Days,
But,
yeah. Our Daytona
week.
days.
Speed half week.
yes,
Beat. Thirst day.
Thirst day. I just can't wait. I can't wait for the truck race. I can't wait for the Xfinity race.
Yep, I'm hyped for it
I'm
all.
honestly really not looking forward to the Daytona 500 because the play tracks were terrible last year. Hopefully that we fix that. Hopefully.
Are we gonna be doing live for that Thursday?
For what?
Duels.
Tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sick. Awesome. I didn't know if we were or not.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it'll be
Um,
on my screen next to me at all times, but we will not obviously show it.
No, yeah, because we'll get we've been through that. No, but I'm excited to have Damon here with us. You know, we've only been luckily able to do this only twice, yeah. And both times it's been a blast. I mean, we have so much fun getting to talk and watch it together. It's just really fun. So
Yeah, and plus, like, most of us, like, we're just chilling around. Like, it's literally like just what you guys watch.
yeah. Well, I mean, we're literally just hanging out, and by all means, hopefully people are able to join in and watch with us. That'd be fun. Interact. We'll definitely be looking at the chat a lot that day as well.
Yeah, because there will not be a lot to talk about, I don't think, because with the three podcasts that we had leading up to the season, I think that
Right.
was good enough to share a lot of news and
No
doggy. Sorry, I got distracted. I think that'd be great. Either way, I just want to say thank you all for watching. We did not get the viewership that I thought we were going to get this week, but that's okay. You can still watch it, rewatch it if you are.
Put on a loop while you go to sleep.
Yeah,
Right.
honestly, just do that. That'd be great. Share it to your grandmas, your cousins. That'd be great, dude. I mean,
Jordan Anderson while he's recovering from Talladega.
yeah. Actually, give it to Newman.
Okay.
Anyways,
that's enough.
like,
Yep.
comment, subscribe if you're new, and peace.
Attach it to a balloon, send it to Dale.
Jesus Christ.
That's it.
Yeah, we're